Well, it's been a controversial issue in India for years, the Islamic custom of triple talaq. The practice allows men to dissolve their marriage by saying the word talaq, which means divorce 3 times. But today, victims and campaigners are celebrating because the country's Supreme Court has ruled the practice unconstitutional and un-Islamic. Well, Vandana Shah joins us now from our studios in Mumbai. She's a prominent divorce lawyer who's dealt with triple talaq cases. Thank you so much for joining us here on the programme. Your thoughts, how important, how significant is this ruling?
Firstly, let me tell you, I'm delighted to be here, and especially for such a prominent issue that has been troubling us for a very long time. I think it is more power to women. I think this issue will change the entire landscape of Muslim laws in India. I think it is a step for codification of the Muslim personal law. It is, like I said, a death knell to the unilateral practice of divorce.
Give me an idea, the sort of impact this law has had on women's lives.
Well, you know, we'll wait to see the impact it will have now, but I can surely say it brings the power back to women. You know, there is now no unilateral divorce. Now even men will have to approach the family courts for divorce, like the women used to do. The ill treatment of women will stop. The sword of Damocles, which was hanging over the women's head, you know, for something as simple as that, if you don't please the man, you can get a divorce. That is going to stop, and I think it is also going to reduce polygamy, which is another contentious and burning issue that traumatizes all of us. It is also going to reduce polygamy, and it will definitely reduce the poverty that Muslim women have to go through because of this controversial law, which now is absolutely banned.
Yeah, I said in the introduction that you've dealt with triple talaq cases. Give me an idea of the sort of impact that law over the years has had on the various women that it's affected.
I'll tell you, 2 women who are currently with me, who I'm dealing with, they just called me up and they said, "Ma'am, we need to take you out tonight. We feel absolutely rich today." And today, both our children, both of them have two children. They want to treat you because you have given them dignity back. So you see, that is the kind of impact that this law is going to have. You cannot treat women like a piece of meat and say talaq, 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 and that's it, it's done. Whereas the rest of India has to go to the family court for a divorce. What kind of law is this? Where is the equality? Where is the dignity? I actually was going on saying that this law is totally against human rights. You see, and we are talking about Muslim women right here. I think it has restored their dignity. It has given them the power back. It is totally empowering all the Muslim women who are now going to be totally super women instead of just being, well, you know, the dust under the men's feet.
Do you think things will actually change in practice? Because surely the cultural background has got to change as well as whatever is there on the statute books.
Absolutely. The things, you see, what is going to happen in this case is your socio-legal implementation of the law will come into place. By socio-legal, I mean also your cultural background has to change. So if we look at what has happened even in the case of the church divorces, but earlier, the divorces by the church were considered as legal divorces, but now not so. You also have to apply for a civil divorce. The same thing will happen in the case of Muslim divorces. So we do have a precedent. So absolutely, there will be a huge socio-cultural upheaval which will lead to the socio-legal implementation of this law.
It's been an interesting coming together of various groups, even various political parties. In terms of going forward, do you think we are now going to see a universal law in India that affects right across the various religious divides?
Well, absolutely. You know, this was the next thing that I was going to come to. You know, so we've done away with triple talaq. We need to do away with polygamy. And then we need to go in for a uniform civil code, because at the end of the day, the Indian Constitution does talk about right to equality, and that is what is enshrined for all of us Indian people, and that's the way forward.
Well, Vandana Shah, we have to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining us here on today's programme. Thank you.
Thank you very much.